green transport, or nature-based solutions are key to ensuring effective climate adaptation. These investments will enable low-carbon, climate-resilient development, not only for Africa, but also for the global community. In February, in Addis, I also propose hosting an investment forum in partnership with the International Renewable Energy Agency, ARENA, for the Accelerated Partnership for Renewables in Africa, commonly known as APRA, which was launched in COP28. I am pleased, leaders, ladies and gentlemen, to announce that the investment forum will take place next month in Nairobi, primarily to accelerate renewable energy in our continent. Africa's energy systems require significant investment to tackle pervasive energy poverty and meet the demands of our growing population. We're all aware that close to 600 million Africans have no access to electricity, and almost 1 billion Africans have no access to clean cooking. Last year, global investment in energy transition reached a record 1.8 trillion, a 17% increase from 2022. However, Africa attracted less than 3% of this spending, accounting only for 0.6%. That is only 2.7 gigawatts of the 473 gigawatts of new global renewable energy capacity last year. This stark disparity must be addressed. A population of 1.4 billion people with only 3 gigawatts, while the rest of the globe are in the region of 500 gigawatts, is a serious anomaly, and we must take steps to redress. The Accelerated Partnership for Renewables in Africa initiative, launched at COP28, aims to redress this imbalance by accelerating the mobilization of finance, technical assistance, and private sector engagement. The upcoming investment forum will present Africa's abundant renewable energy potential and mineral wealth as key drivers of resilient, inclusive economies. On the international financial reform agenda, a central theme of the Nairobi Declaration, I am pleased to report progress on 2 initiatives launched at COP28. The Global Solidarity Levies Task Force as one initiative, and the expert review on debt, nature, and climate. These initiatives are gaining traction, with many countries joining to support sustainable development, climate action, and nature conservation. As climate-related shocks become more frequent and severe, coupled with high debt servicing, government spending on green resilience is constrained. High interest rates and credit downgrades also make refinancing costly, and therefore we must continue to advocate for debt sustainability and the reform of the international financial system to ensure climate justice. On the subject of reform, I have written to the incoming COP29 presidency, and I spoke to them yesterday, to request a high-level political event during the World Leaders Summit, focusing on measuring the green wealth of nations, specifically natural capital and economic productivity in Africa. This event will be led by the Congo Basin countries, and I have spoken to our elder President Sassou Nguesso to lead the way. And the African Development Bank President Adesina has agreed to take charge of this initiative, aiming to re-index GDP to accurately reflect the true wealth of our nations. It is not correct for a wealthy continent like Africa to be classified as poor merely because our wealth has not been taken into account. We will be having a meeting next Monday, Congo Brazzaville, led by the Africa Development Bank, with selected 14 countries, to prepare our position for the meeting in COP29. Finally, in February, we tasked the Africa Union Commission with streamlining governance mechanisms for climate change in Africa. This includes aligning the work of this committee with the African Ministerial Conference on Environment, AMCEN, and the Africa Group of Negotiators on Climate Change. I am pleased to inform that during the recent AMCEN meeting in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, the establishment of a secretariat under the AUC for AGN was discussed. And hopefully, we can have a position in this meeting. The Secretariat will help link and coordinate all our initiatives, including the Africa Green Industrialization Initiative and the Africa Climate Summit. This is a significant step towards consolidating our efforts to tackle the climate crisis, enhance green growth, and promote sustainable development across our continent. Ladies and gentlemen, with these few remarks, let me now request my brother, Musa Faki, President of the Africa Union Commission, to make his statement.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency Mohammed Ould Sheikh Al-Ghazouani, President of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania and Chair of the African Union, Your Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Coordinator of the Committee of African Head of State and Government on Climate Change, Excellencies, Member of CAHOSC, Excellencies Ministers, Commissioner Sako Josefa, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by appreciating Your Excellencies for honoring the invitation to participate in this meeting of the highest organ of our Union on climate change. This is a clear testament of the high importance you attach to climate change issues on the continent. Excellencies, Africa has been warming faster than the global average due to the greenhouse emissions emanating from other continents. This year, once again, Africa has experienced devastating floods in Central, East, North, and West Africa, while Southern Africa has been hit by severe drought. This cycle of natural disasters will more likely increase. What is clear is that climate change has sucked the momentum out of economic growth for the affected member states. In fact,